So I'm going to talk about what we're going to start with. I'm going to work from the top down, okay? So I'm going to work on his hat down. I'm going to use a medium flat brush. Mine is a 1/2 inch, okay? So this is a 1/2 inch. I'm going to wet it, tap it off on my paint towel. Every single time I use a new brush, what I do is I soften the bristles by wetting it. The only time you probably will hear me not wet a brush is when I'm using a filbert, making clouds or fog or something like that, and we're completely dry brushing. Other than that, you definitely want to soften your bristles. So also, another tip, don't ever outline your whole painting at one time. You always want to outline just a little bit at one time, and then we're going to take, when we're outlining something, we're going to take the skinny part of the brush, okay? When we're blending it out, you're going to take the wide part. And what are we going to do, Lindsay?
We're going to lift
off. So every stroke that you make when you're painting, think that in your head. Lift off, lift off, lift off.
It really does make a difference.
Yeah, your painting skill set will change once you start that. You learn to use the amount of pressure that you need, and then you're also lifting off. Lifting off gives you a feathered stroke, where when you press hard and lift off, you're going to have a stop mark there, okay? Another thing about this painting, we're layering up the colors. We do not want thick, chunky paint here. It's just a small amount of paint. I'm going to put one coat on to begin with, and I'm going to come back and put another one on to brighten it. And whenever we come back too, I'm going to show you where to let off your pressure and let some of this darkness show, because this is where a shadow would be. We'll use a little bit of white with our sky blue towards the top because we want it a little bit brighter there, okay? So we'll do that on both runs through here, but see how I let some of the black show through where I think it's going to be shadowed a little bit. But you definitely have to make longer strokes, not short, using the tip of the brush, lifting off, lifting off, lifting off. So you're going to follow the shape of what you're painting, okay? So we're going to work with the blue first, the sky blue, and then here, when we're making this nice edge, and I'll show you this when we get to it, I just talked about it first, our strokes are going to go this way, and then we're going to use the wide part. So you have to follow the shape, okay? Just want to see if I have my glasses on me. They're on my shirt. So I'm going to start right here at the top. I'm not going to line the whole thing. Can you see this well, Linz?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go slow and steady, skinny part of the brush, and I'm starting it, okay? All right, and then I'm going to lightly blend it out. It's going to be patchy on the first run, okay? Going to be patchy. I'm just using a small amount of paint, guys. This is almost like dry brushing. As I come down underneath, it's going to look really dark. This will be patchy, guys. Patchy, patchy. Blue in. The first coat of our blue is in, all right? We're going to go up to the top and we're going to do the same thing. This time, we make it a little bit more solid looking in some areas, let some of the black show through in other areas, like there would be a shadow here. It would shadow more as it gets towards the brim of the hat, so you'd have a little bit more of a shadow there, okay? You'd have a shadow more on the, like right on the underside of this, so it'd be a little bit more shadowed in through here and under the arms as well. Okay, very lightly. Put your little cuffs in, and see how there's not like a gaping amount of black here, guys. There's just a slight, it's a hair, because it's not going to look like it's all together if you have gaping amounts of black in between every single piece, okay? So you need to make sure that you're careful of that too. Go slow and steady. So I'm start right at the top again. I'm going to take my sky blue, my white, tap it off, make sure you're tapping it off, okay? I'm going to start right up at the top. Again, don't outline everything. Just start with a little brighter here, and then I'm going to start blending it out. This is when it's going to start coming together, because you're going to see your lights, your darks. It's not going to be as
patchy.
Patchy. That's the word I was looking for, Linz.